Greetings. This is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome back to my channel. Decided to do a video today. It's been a few days since I did a video, but I did do a couple of lives. The last live was like 4 hours, family. I know that was a long live, but we were just chit-chatting, and I think I helped a lot of people, and they said that they valued the information that I shared and provided. So I wanted to do a video today, and I wanted to talk about how my life has been since not working a regular job in 4.5 years. So the last time I worked a regular job was 4.5 years ago. So how has my life been relocating to Africa and living here in Tanzania? 5 years this month, but I have not worked a job for 4.5 years. I haven't been working for someone else for 4.5 years. It does not mean that I have not worked for 4.5 years, because I created my own business, my own company back in July of 2020, and it's called Diaspora Connect LLC. It is a consultation business. I do travel, relocation, business, visiting, consultations. So relocation and business consultations. So yes, my target market is international customers and clients. However, I do other services outside of consultations, such as teaching. I can teach English. I can teach business classes if I choose to. I also I provide like temporary employment. So if one of the clients relocates here and they need a sister to cook, clean, whatever, babysit, or a driver, or a translator, or a groundsman, or a fundi, so I can do referrals. I have a few contacts that I've made since being here 5 years that I can refer people to now. It is temporary. So if you decide to work with someone that I refer to you and you like them, then it becomes a permanent job for them. So everything is temporary. So you may not like the person or the job that they're doing, so then you find someone else. So that is kind of like the total services that I provide under the business right now. I am working on expanding it to add a land project, which will be property as an investment to do business. So purchasing land to maybe do like Airbnbs, rentals, affordable housing. But I do have to charge a fee because it's for investment. It's an investment. So I have to use the land as an investment. And yes, I'll get a 99-year lease. I'm in my 50s, so that's fine for me. But anyway, I have a son also, so he can kind of jump in and take over where I left off. So that's a good thing. But anyway, that's kind of my life right now. I am a native to New Jersey, born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. Shout out, Brick City. Some people say Dirty Jersey. You know how that go. But yeah, I have not worked a job since, because I quit my job back in December. Was it December? Yeah, December of 2020. So I arrived here in Tanzania July of 2020. I quit my job in December of 2020 because I knew I wasn't returning to the U.S. and I was not returning to my job. So I quit. And ever since then, I have not worked in 4.5 years, and it feels amazing. I'm not going to lie, to have my own time to myself, to do what I want to do when I want to do it, not on somebody else's time and somebody else's clock, and controlled by other people telling you, when to sleep, when to, everybody controlling your life. I am enjoying the freedom actually of someone not telling me when to eat lunch, when to go to snack break, when to go to the bathroom break. I like that. I've been on my own time. I've been sleeping till I choose to sleep, going to bed when I choose to go. So I've been on my own time. No, I have not been making as much money as I made when I was working. So, and the budget is a bit tight. But the advantage is the fact that the money that I do have and that I do get goes far further because I'm outside of the U.S. So the U.S. dollar, it goes further on the continent. And yes, the value is changing. The dollar is dropping. Things are changing rapidly economically. But at this time, the value of the U.S. dollar to T shillings is still pretty strong. And I'm still able to benefit from the value of it right now. So I'm grateful for the value that it still holds right now in this country, in Tanzania. So I'm still able to live comfortably, I would say. It's crazy because there are people that make way more money than me that live in the U.S., but they can't afford to rent. So they have to live out of their vehicles and out of storage units, and just homelessness is rampant in the U.S. So I'm grateful. I am grateful. It's been a challenge. It's been a struggle to get where I am today. 5 years this month living in a land outside of where you were born. I don't like to call the continent a foreign land because my ancestors derived from Africa, the continent. So So anyway, yeah, living in a country outside of where you were born, outside of your native land, or where you were born. So it's been a challenge trying to adjust to the way things are done and trying to get your finances, to where, it's livable. It's a livable wage for you. Streams of income, that is the goal for any of us, but that's what my goal was, to create streams of income. I do have a company. It's a small business, but the money that I make with all of my different avenues, because I have other things that I do. I don't share everything online anymore like I used to. I've learned to walk in silence and a lot of things, but I have streams of income. I do different things, and so it has sustained me here living in Tanzania. I'm able to be comfortable. I'm not living lavish by any means, family. I live a simple life, and it's fine for me. I'm a simple person, and my desires are more for like business, to grow in business and to acquire land to do a project. I want to have an organic garden, maybe a farm. I'm looking into that now, like a small farm. Of course, I have to pay people to tend to it, but there are a lot of diaspora that have experience that are coming here with farming. A lot of our people have done farming, or their parents have done farming, or their grandmother had farmed. Like, our people are very knowledgeable when it comes to farming and stuff, more than I realized. So, I like the fact that a lot of us are here. So when I do decide to acquire, if I decide to have a farm, then even though I have the farm hands helping me, the locals, help doing the work, I can get that advice from my brothers and sisters. They can come, they can show me what to do, because they're very knowledgeable. Also, we have a couple that's here, and people I really admire, and it's called Jamaican African Travels. It's a family, a Jamaican family. They're here in Bagamoyo. They have a shamba or a farm, so I can get a lot of advice and information from them. They're very helpful when it comes to that. They're our elders, and they guide us. I call them our elders because they are our elders in my spiritual practice and what I believe, but I'm around the same age. So, but there are, I still admire them. I look up to them, and so, yeah. So yeah, being here, living here, and not working 4.5 years, I just didn't think in a million years. I guess I didn't think that I would be not working at. Stopping working at like 50, because that's not really retirement age in the system, in the matrix. retirement age is like 60 or something, 60 something, So I got a 10-year jump on it. So I'm grateful for that because I've been able to relax. I've been able to rest and get healing for my body, for my mind. I didn't have any physical sicknesses, but because of the environment that we live in America, it's toxic to the mind, to the body, the food, the air, the mental. It's just, and the oppression. That's mainly it's an oppressive spirit over the United States, and you can feel it. You don't always know because you live there, but when you come out of there and you visit other countries and you go back, you feel you can feel it. You can tell. I didn't have to go back to know that. I did visit Ghana in 2019. I stayed for 2 weeks, but then when I went back, I felt it more than I've ever felt it before, and I was determined to leave for good. And I did it. Didn't know how I was going to do it. I had an idea. Didn't even have a solid plan. I had an idea in my mind. And we all have dreams, goals, and aspirations. We have an idea of how we can do it, but it doesn't always work out like that. So it's always good to have a plan A, B, C, D, and E. A, B, C, and D, family, because you have plan A, that might fall through. Plan B, sure to possibly fall through. So plan C, that might work. But if it do fall through, plan D got to work. So, yeah, you got to have a couple of ideas. And sometimes the ideas come when you are actually in the land or you're actually in that specific country that you decide to relocate to, whether it's Barbados, Panama or Thailand or Japan, wherever you decide to go on the continent. Have a couple of plans or in your mind as you're living every day and you're seeing, the culture and how things are done in business or whatever, then you start thinking of ideas. That's what I've been doing. It's always have different ideas. I could do this. Or I can change gears and add this. So I'm always thinking of ideas of things I could do to expand the company, expand the business. So, yeah, it's been working out. I don't have a lot of finances to do massive projects, but I can start off small. That's my whole goal is that's what I encourage people to do, because a lot of people say, well, we don't have the money for this, we don't have the money for that. Now, if I had that perspective or that mindset, I wouldn't even be here talking to you right now. I wouldn't have been here 5 years in Tanzania, because for a lot of the things that I wanted to do, I didn't see the money. I didn't see the finances. And to be perfectly honest with you, with the whole land project that I'm interested in doing, I don't see the financial backing to that right now. But when I set the plans in motion, as the finances come in, I can gradually save, I can gradually pay this, pay that. So that's kind of how I've been doing it. And I also did create a GoFundMe account. I created it back in 2021 because I knew when I created the company that I wanted to acquire land and I wanted to do some kind of project, whether it was Airbnb or whether it was affordable housing or whether it was like something like, I knew I wanted to have like a garden and I wanted to grow food. So I knew I had dreams to do things, and I didn't literally have the resources to do it all. So I figured if I create this GoFundMe account, my goal was like $10,000, but it still is. But I created this GoFundMe account, and I knew that if people wanted to bless me, then that's a way that I could help. It could help with the financial burden of doing this project, right? Instead of me doing like an investor thing, because in my company, in my business, I could ask for investors, but I'm not big on that. I don't know if that's the independent part of me or if I'm in the old fashioned. I don't know if it's not really something that I was really raised to understand, the investor situation, but it was really explained to me here, and I opted not to do it because I spent my money to create the business, and I feel like if it's a goal, dream, or aspiration of mine, then the Father will provide the resources for me to accomplish it. There are people who would like to be, if there are people who want to be generous to help me out, they, help fund the dream or the vision, then that's okay. But I don't want to have investors and make promises to them in a foreign country that I'm still learning about, and things could fall through. Things might not go as what I promised or what I expected, and then I don't want to have people disgruntled or people, thinking that, they were taken advantage of and blah, blah, blah. I never wanted to be in a situation like that. So I felt like, let me just start my business and just keep it very minuscule, just keep it very small. And so manageable. So whatever resources that I have, in my possession or that I acquire or that I'm blessed with, I'll use those to gradually buy the land, build it up, get the, do everything that I desire to do. So that's kind of my thinking on it. So I opted out. I told my attorney I'm not I'm not looking for investors in my project. Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna fund my own dream or pray and ask the Father to provide the finances for me to do this. And it's actually to help our people. I want to have something to where, even if it's small, that I can help people, whether it is like an organic garden where I can feed people, or a little farm where I can feed people, or a place where I can do like an Airbnb. I can rent it out for whatever fee I choose to. So that could be a benefit to people in that they save money, because if they rent it from me, it won't be as expensive as what they would have to pay if they stay somewhere else. So some ways like that to help our people in the diaspora who want to come and relocate and do business or something here, and they want to stay, and they might fall on hard times. They may need food. They may need place to lay their head or whatever. I want to be able to help even in a small way. So that has always been my desire, is to help others. But I've been without a physical job. I even was looking for online jobs, and I just was never able to find one. And I felt like the Most High didn't want me to work. I felt like the Father didn't want me to work. I felt like He was going to provide for me. I guess I've worked since. I think I've had my first job when I was I 16? I think, I was 16 when I got my first job. Up until 50, I've been working nonstop. Hardly been without work. And so I feel like it is my time to relax. It is my time to enjoy life. It is my time to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. Yeah, it's a hustle, because for my company and my business, I am my own marketer. I do my own marketing. I do, and I only have the three social media apps or whatever. I use YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Those are the only three I have. I can't handle anything else. My hands are already full with these three, trying to keep up, because I'm not as tech savvy as some of the younger people, and I just don't have the patience. I'm working on it. I hate saying that, but I'm working on it. But some stuff I'm just like, I'm not doing that. Let me just do this video. I don't do no editing. Every now and then I'm trying to put an intro in there and all this, and I'm like, oh, it's just too much. Let me just do this video. So a lot of my videos are just talking videos like this. I just drop them. I've been doing better with the thumbnails, as you can see, because at first I didn't even do thumbnails. I'm trying to at least attract people with the thumbnails. So in that, I'm getting better at it. So it doesn't feel like such a chore, but that's the most I might do. It's like, I feel like my videos are like reality TV type. I've always said that about myself. I'm a reality TV type of person. I don't do a lot of edits. If I say the wrong thing, if I can't think of the right word, if I make a mistake, I'll just be like, sorry about that. Oh, I can't think of the word. I'm just like a real person. So that's how my videos are kind of, they flow like that. Even that's why it's comfortable for me to do live. Some people, they say they're not comfortable doing lives, but I'm like, I am just who I am. Even in the video, even in the live, I talk, I chat. It's like, you feel comfortable with me. I like to make people feel like they're at home in my presence or in my conversation. So But yeah, that has been my life since I have not worked in 4.5 years. I'm well, like I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm flourishing. My skin is good, it's clear because I changed my diet. I eat more plant based. Yes, I still eat meat, but I only when I have. Sometimes I crave it. Only when I crave it. Maybe once every 2 weeks I might eat, fish. Sometimes I do crave. I love pizza, so sometimes I'll do beef pepperoni pizza. I'll do so spaghetti. I cook that a lot. I like spaghetti, and I usually do a vegetable spaghetti. But every now and then I'll crave like the beef, the hamburger meat, so I'll put that in it. I like chili, and so if I do chili, I'll put the ground beef in it. So those are the main meats that I eat. I like the beef on a stick. Here they call it what they call it? This is failing me. Not samaki. Yeah, no, that's fish. They call it biskaki. They call it beef maskaki. It's like a shish kebab on a stick. You know how we have the beef, and then we have the tomatoes, or we have the peppers, the red peppers, the green peppers, the onions on the stick. But they do it without the vegetables. They just do it with like 3 pieces of meat, and they grill it, and they sell it everywhere. So every now and then I'm walking around, the community, going to the store, buying this, and I'll see, them grilling it up, and I'll just grab a few, and they're like miatano. That's like half of $1, here. And so I'll grab some of those and just chomp on them. But for the most part, my diet has changed. I eat more. I eat healthier, and I'm getting more into natural remedies, natural preventative, herbs and foods. And so I'm learning a lot. My hair is growing a lot. I'm pleased, because when I was younger, it used to grow a lot, but it seemed like when I cut it really short, it seemed like it was taking like forever to grow. But this is 3 years worth of growth. So it's doing very well. I'm very pleased with it. I really want really long hair. I want tailbone length hair, family. But of course, my hair grows up, so it'll probably be more up and out like this versus down. They say it starts to, when it gets a certain length, and it start to drop down. So we'll see. It's dropping a little bit, but I'm satisfied. I don't do a whole lot to it. I did a couple of hair videos, and I'll do more in the future. But my focus is like mainly on trying to help people, doing business, encouraging people, inspiring people, letting them know if they want to leave the West and they want to move to Africa, it's a possibility. If they want to come to Tanzania, they can hit me up via email at diasporaconnect0@gmail.com, diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. I do relocation and business consultations. I provide guidance and advice. I don't just give general information when you do consultations with me, and I do consultations for a fee. I charge $60 for 60 minutes or 1 hour. And so I prepare you for this place. There are things that you need to know outside of general stuff when you're coming here, especially if you want to live here. And a lot of things I'm not sharing online like I used to. I'm being a little bit more private and a little bit more moving in silence type. And I've been saying that almost in a lot of my videos. So I'm only sharing, being a little bit more selective. I used to share everything, but I'm being a little bit more selective because I have things that I'm working on and projects, and I don't want, to put everything out there. Some things we do have to keep private, secretive, like relationships. I feel like those things should be private. Things that go on with you and your relationships, your marriages, all that stuff. Keep that stuff private. That's just me. I'm a 70s baby. I am old fashioned. So yeah, some stuff, it shouldn't be shared online, because the whole world is watching this, and you have a lot of people that are, frenemies or enemies or foes. They don't always wish you well. There are people that wish you well, but it seems like for me, it seems like the handful of people or the two handful of people wish you well out of what 5,000 subscribers, and majority don't. I look at the lives that I've had. The most recent one that was like 4 hours. There were like over 20 people in that live, 22 people. There weren't 20 or 22 people commenting. There was only maybe between 5 and 6 people that were consistently talking and commenting in the live chat. So out of 20 to 22, 23 people in there listening, only 5 or 6 are talking. So this is the example of you have to be careful what you share, and you're sharing your personal plans and your goals and all that, because people are watching and listening and lurking, right? You have to know that. And everybody that's watching, listening, and lurking ain't for you. They just watching you. So I've learned that. And so I've learned to move in silence. I've learned to share what I choose to share. What I share on this channel is what I choose to share. And only what I choose to share. So thank you so much for taking the time to view my channel, to view my content. Don't forget to like the video, thumbs up. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell so you can be notified. So whenever I come on here, live video, you'll be notified. Make sure your notification is still you still get notifications, and click all, because some people are being unsubscribed. So people don't get, just they can't even click the thumbs up sometimes. So I'm not getting the views, So but anyway, it's all right. I've been chugging away, and for 5 years I was doing videos, and I wasn't even monetized, but I had a love of sharing information, and I was acquiring clients through the channel, and I still am. So that's more important to me. Yes, the views are important. Yes, I'm monetized now, so the money's is very helpful, in my budget, because I live on a budget. So it's just adding to the budget to what I can do, and I can use the funds that I do make now here on YouTube to help fund the land project. So it's all of it's helpful. All of it I'm grateful for. However much little I get, because I don't, as you can see my videos, I don't get a lot of views, and I normally don't have viral videos. I think I only have like 2 that I would consider viral, where they were over like 20,000 views. Just 2. One was 3 years ago, The Good and the Bad and the Ugly of living in Tanzania, and then the second one was recently, the martial law. Trump declared martial law in the black community or whatever. Those 2 videos are the only 2, and that one, the martial law one, was the highest. It was 26,000. So I'm not normally a viral video type of person. Maybe the content is not as important, but it's beneficial and it's helpful for the ones that need it. So I do videos not only to go viral, but I do videos that are helpful and beneficial, as well as promoting my company, my business, for people who are interested and who need these services. People need these services, especially now, because people are really considering leaving the U.S. because of the new administration and all the changes. That's happening. Hopefully, most of the people have their passports. Go ahead and get your flights taken care of. Make sure that if you do have flights scheduled to come to Tanzania, that you double check before you go to the airport, and make sure your flight has not been paused or canceled or rescheduled. So just stay on your focus, stay on track, because things are not looking very ideal in the U.S. And I'm not going to go into detail because everybody is doing videos about it. You already know about everything, the bombings and the false flags, and that's going on too. Not only the sleeper cells, but the false flags and the cyber attacks. I know cyber attacks are real because a lot of my devices are my devices have been monitored, hacked. I don't know what word I can use. I've been having problems with my devices ever since I've been here. So I know I'm on the radar because I've been helping a lot of people, and I've been here for 5 years. So I've been providing information. I've been encouraging people to come out of my people, Babylon, Mystery Babylon, aka Daughter of Babylon, aka United States, aka America, KKK. Come on out. come back to Africa where you look like everybody, you blend in, they do love you, Africans don't hate you. I never see that. You know, you have some that don't care for us, and you got people in the States that don't care for us. I get more what you call it, smoke. I get more smoke from people from the U.S. than anybody, family. I get so much smoke from some of the people, and especially when I did that martial law video. Man, I had so many people telling me, you don't know what you're talking about, you're a liar, you pushing fears, you blah, 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 blah. And guess what, family? It was from our own people. It was from people who looked just like me. It was from people from the United States. It was from people from America. It was the FBAs, because I'm an FBA to a point in that my ancestors built the U.S. So I am a foundational black, but I know my ancestors came from Africa. So I'm an African descendant of slaves. So I get them, the ones that say that they are indigenous to America, and they say that they are Indian. They come over here talking noise to me. I'm deceiving people. I'm confusing people. No, I'm not doing it. You are. You are, because history speaks louder than what your words are saying. History speaks that we were enslaved before the transatlantic slave trade. The Arabs enslaved us. The history shows our history and where we come from, and the running that we've been doing all throughout the continent. And you know, the continent is the place where the slaves were taken from and dispersed throughout the whole world. So yes, there is proof that the transatlantic slave trade did happen. There is proof that the Arab slave trade did happen. There are slave dungeons all over Africa. So I'm going to believe that my ancestors were slaves in Africa before I believe that they were indigenous to America. I have no proof of that. I have no proof of that none of my ancestors were indigenous to America. But I do have proof that my ancestors were stolen from Africa, and they were possibly stolen from, they were made enslaved here in the Arab slave trade and sent away, and then they ran throughout Africa, and that's how a lot of my people are dispersed throughout Africa and outside of Africa. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are welcome. Karibu sana, karibuni, and that's welcome to the channel. Welcome to my humble abode. It's a humble abode. This is my apartment. It's very modest. It's very minimal, and it's very humble. And so I don't need a lot. I don't need all this flashy, fancy, big house, big cars. I don't need all that. I'm happy with the simple stuff. I want a farm or a garden. And I definitely will show you that. I won't show you how to get there. But when I get it and I get everything all set up, I'll show you. I'll do like a little video and, little clips and show you the inside on the land and stuff. But yeah, I don't want nobody to know where I'm doing my stuff at and what I got going on outside of YouTube, because you have to watch it. People be trying to find you, trying to see what you got going on, seeing what I don't play that. I'm very private in my. The Father has shown me I have to be very private for my protection, because people don't always wish you well. And envy and jealousy is a dangerous spirit. It can lead to unaliving. So I have to be very mindful and careful with that, of what I share. People can be wishing you, not wishing you well when you're sharing your plans with them. So you have to be careful sharing your plans and ideas online. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video or the next live. So I'm going to say shalom, salama, shalom. We'll see you guys in the next video.